Good evening, greetings and welcome to you, my dear beloved friends. Welcome indeed.
Greetings, Carol.
Well, my beloved friends, indeed, what a time it's been. And of course, I've been looking in on all of you. Whenever you make a commitment to be a part of the journey, then of course, it's not just the time we share together on these evenings, but I look in on all of you, and it has been not an easy time, to say the least, for all of you in one way or another. And of course, this eclipse has been a very big, intense energy, and you're starting to realize that things are really moving, things are really accelerating, and you have opportunities, my beloved ones, to see things in a new light, but from the vibration of love. And also, this eclipse has been an opportunity to see some of the shadow parts of the personality. So maybe things that you have revert back to in times of challenges. And important to recognize, my beloved ones, what you've noticed: irritability, anxiety, depressions, frustrations, disappointments, betrayals, hurts. There are many things, and some of these you're feeling or have been noticing from the place you work. Some of them families, friendships, others distant memories from things that have happened in the past. And for others, it has been a time of really reevaluating your life and what you are moving into. So the eclipses, of course, are big opportunities to see the light and the dark and how this is reflected in your life and how you respond to things. And remembering always that the journey of the soul is not ever there as a journey to punish any of you or put you into a hole, but is indeed there to strengthen your resolve, your resilience, your courage and your strength, but to do it in a way now which means the gentleness and the power of the heart. And this is something that is easy in certain times and not so easy in other times, especially when you find that a lot of people, when they are under pressure, can be very reactive. And that energy, as you become more and more sensitive, can feel quite abrasive or can feel quite jarring on your energy fields. So it's about how you're able to recover from that or continue to strengthen your energy fields through these times. There's going to be some very big fundamental changes in your world in the weeks and the months to come. So you'll notice, my beloved ones, that there is an air of chaos in the world. Now, I'm not wanting to be the doomsday book or to frighten you, but this is a period of chaos for humanity. And a lot of people had this idea that once the pandemic finished, that life would go back to as it was, but it never will be. It's going to be a continual chaotic node, as we call it, until you come into a new frequency. And so this is a collective energy of frequency, the collective frequency of compassion and peace as a way of responding to challenges and of a way of creating new ways of living, being, and doing things. So there's new inventions that are coming that are more focused on the environment. There are some very beautiful and positive things to come. But I cannot emphasize enough, my beloved ones, it is not about the action that you take. And under pressure, many of you take action and reaction quickly. And often this isn't the best choices for you because you're doing this under pressure or under a demand, either in an internal pressure or demand that you put upon yourself, or external pressures or demands that are coming from you outside of you. You begin to notice the difference in these frequencies. So as you come into the frequency, which is what we're going to be working with tonight, of compassion, you begin to learn that even for yourself, there will be times that you will notice, I didn't do that, I could have done that better, or I reacted in a way that has caused distress to another, or upset to another, or I'm remembering things maybe in the past that I didn't do as well as I could. So compassion is a very beautiful subject, because compassion is not just a feeling, dear ones, of empathy or a feeling of love, but compassion actually brings a sense of action. All of you here will know at certain times in your lives when you've said something to someone and it hasn't just been a positive word, but you've actually felt those words sinking into the heart and the soul of that person. You've seen them lift up, you've seen them encouraged, you've seen them now able to continue where there may have not been hope at the time. So words with the frequency of compassion have a huge impact on others. Now, this is the same for yourselves, my dear ones. And, you know, I'm following you around a little bit. And, you know, some of the things you say to yourself are very, very unkind. And I want you to remember the teaching of the Buddha and those that follow the Buddhist tradition, where they believe that they are aligned with the frequency of the Buddha, and the Buddha would never have unkind thoughts to himself, because he knows he is part of the Creator. So that would be like saying there's something wrong or flawed or not desirable about the divine, and that would never happen. So why is it that all of you, dear ones, revert quite often to negative thoughts about yourself or about things that you've done? Now, compassionate action, my beloved ones, is sometimes you do need to make amends for things that you've done. And I want to also tonight, as we are joined by Kuan Yin, to feel the difference in an apology that is a word laced with guilt or obligation or resentment, compared to the deepest sincerity of the heart and the soul, which brings with it a transformation for you and for another. It's really important to realize, my beloved ones, that when something happens and you realize it, that if you can make an amends with yourself and with another, then you can move that energy and transform that energy. I want you to think, my beloved ones, how much of your energies are anchored in your past relationships, your past work, your family, your upbringing, things that have happened in your life. And for most of you, they have been unpleasant or not things that you wish to remember. Some of you have really good memories of things as well, of course. But to think about how much of that energy is acting out in your life and debilitating you from using it to create miracles in your life and to create a different kind of life. I want you to remember that what is that slows you down from day to day, that often when something happens, you're not just responding to that incident in that moment. You are remembering every other time where you felt that way, or someone said something, or something happened, and you are again anchoring it back to that memory, instead of realizing that this is a brand new situation and you have the power to respond to it in a brand new way. And as you do that, you begin to create new neural pathways in your brain, and you start to find yourself liberated from the past, so much so that you don't even remember things very clearly that were unpleasant, not because you're blocking them out, but because you want to put your energy into your presence and your future and this wonderful, magnificent life and opportunity that you have now. So compassion is a very powerful tool, yet it is very, very gentle. I like to use colors and sounds to give you a sense or an understanding of something. And, you know, I want you to imagine for a moment the color red. And if you see in your mind's eye the color red, there's a lot of power, there's a lot of strength in that color. And you might feel a sense of strong and courage when you see that color in your mind. It might mean fire to you. It might mean passion to you, or it may mean war to you when you see that color. Now, I want you to imagine a very pastel blue, or a very pastel pink color, or a pastel baby pink blue color. And I want you to feel the gentleness of those colors. And those are the sorts of colors that we're going to work with when we work into Kuan-Yin, and pastel greens. So they're very, very gentle colors. Now, these gentle colors bring with them a softening in your mind, a softening in your heart, a softening in your body. And they bring a different kind of frequency than the strong colors. So we might say red is a decision, a black and white decision. It's strong, it's clear, it's direct. And we want to say now, as we look at this blue and this pink and this green and this white color, that there's a gentle rippling of light, a gentle rippling of frequencies of energy that begin to relax you and soothe you, just like a lullaby to a child as they're beginning to rest. And so we're going to start to work with these frequencies, my beloveds. If you can start to see them and feel them and get a sense of how you feel that in your body when you feel those energy centers rippling into you. And now we're going to move into a journey together where I'm going to welcome the beautiful Kuan Yin, the goddess of compassion and forgiveness, who's going to bring with her an invitation to you. And as tonight I bring an energy of gentleness and an energy of peace and an energy of love for all of you to draw from, then she brings an energy of forgiveness and compassion. Now, many people will say that they have nothing to forgive, or they have forgiven all they need to forgive. And I want you to remember, dear ones, if you've even held a thought today of irritation towards someone, and even a thought about anything, then that shows you that there's still, you know, that every day there's room for some compassion. How many words have you said to yourself today about your body, or about your finances, or about your work, or about your relationships, or about your home, or about your family or people, or what's going on in the world? How many times today have you had a frustrated thought or an irritated thought? Some of you have, even just during this time we've been gathered tonight, and that's all right. Being present takes attention. It takes becoming more conscious. And it is a little bit more of an effort for a while. So my beloveds, as always, if you're not already, again, I invite you to continue with some deep, slow breaths. And in your mind's eye, we're going to visualize an old wooden door. And when you're ready, my beloved ones, I would like to invite you to open the door, step through the door. You're going to find yourself in the most beautiful, enchanted Zen garden. So the Zen garden has rock features and waterfalls. It has a pebble pathway. There are pagodas. This is a place of peace. There's a little arched bridge that goes over a stream. And over the other side, there is a temple, and it's an open walls. And again, it has the stupa temple of we are in the Middle East, Far East, sorry, we are in the Far East, and around you, you can see the Himalayas. And at the top, you can see a little bit of snow. So just invite you for a moment before we go into the temple to just take a moment to reflect on your life at the moment. And to think about anyone or anything you're still carrying. Things that come up in your day-to-day life or have recently. Any feelings of betrayal or hurt. Or maybe an awareness of something you've said or done or even thought about to another. You're all becoming so psychic now and so attuned with each other that even when you think ill, and often it's not done consciously, you're not purposely wanting to think ill of someone, you may just feel hurt about something or let down or disappointed. Maybe there's something you forgot to do or didn't do as well as you would have liked to have done, or missed out on something. Maybe you were overlooked. What about from your family? Is there anything you're carrying that you inherited from your mother or father or your siblings? Is there anything that's still affecting you from the past? An old girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, relationship, friendship? Maybe you felt undermined or undervalued or taken for granted, disrespected. Or maybe you took someone for granted or disrespected them. Maybe it wasn't meant. Maybe it was just because you were busy or just not being mindful. Maybe you have some regrets, something you've lost. So now, my beloveds, it's time for us to enter the temple of compassion. And as we just walk up a small ridge, and you see this beautiful temple, and it's open on the sides, but when you look closer, you realize it's actually crystal, rainbow quartz of light that are glistening in the sun. The roof is a beautiful pink and blue and green, pastel colors, gentle colors. And in the middle, manifests in front of you in her beautiful glory, is the goddess Kuan Yin. And she is very tall and beautiful in her flowing gown. And her smile is so beautiful. Her eyes are so, so gentle. And you actually feel that you could melt in her presence. That she can really see you and she absolutely loves you. And there's nothing that you could have done ever that would stop her from loving you. And she holds her hands out gently to you. And as you look, you are amazed that you can see right into her heart chakra, a beautiful pink lotus flower, which is penetrating out of her chest. It's transparent. That is how light her heart is. A beautiful pink lotus. And in the lotus is a beautiful green emerald crystal. And it's activating now. And it's starting to pulsate and vibrate. And with your invitation only, if you would wish to give permission, dear ones, now, to receive from your heart a transmission of her love and compassion into your heart, then just giving a nod of approval, of appreciation and acceptance to open your heart to receive. And as you start to feel very slowly like a dial of light, gently building up the pressure as much as you're able to receive. And as you do this, you feel being washed away. All of the things you've said, thought, done in your life that's caused hurt to yourself, consciously or unconsciously. That's caused hurt to another, consciously or unconsciously. And as you start to look in at different people that have gone through your life, there may be a little sadness, a little grief, a little bit of regret. And if you feel that, my beloved ones, don't override it. Invite you to send a blessing to that person, a blessing of love. Some of you may be guided to take some form of other action rather than just on this level. And if so, you'll become aware of that in the coming days. So don't override your awareness if that's what happens. But in the meantime, allow yourself to receive. And this also counts on how you've treated your beautiful bodies. Food you've put into your body that it didn't need or want, chemicals, toxins, alcohol or cigarettes or substances, processed foods, sugars, salts, too much food, not enough food, unethical food. So we bring this compassion to the body. The body has its own consciousness. It rewards you when you feed it well. You feel good. You feel energized. You know when you've put something in that your body doesn't want. So compassion for your body. And you may want to, in this moment, really find within the compassion of your heart the deepest love for your body. Sincere. You know, some of you in the past have done this, but it has only been a flippant thought or word. There is a deep compassion here that is available to you deeper than you've ever gone, if you are willing to open to it. And as you do this, feeling your own compassion in your heart activating, even parts that may have been sleeping, that weren't being used or utilized, that weren't allowed to be utilized, expressed. Some of you felt this would be a weakness to be compassionate to yourselves, because maybe somehow that would mean that what you did was wrong or bad. You didn't want to feel those feelings, so you didn't let yourself feel that compassion. You wanted to just pretend it was in the past and it didn't matter. Everything matters, my beloved ones, everything. The past is in the moment. So is the future. Everything exists in the quantum field, in the presence now. I'm going to turn the dial up a bit more now to receive into every little atom, every little neuron of your bodies and your energy fields. And now, my beloved ones, Kuan Yin is opening her arms and inviting you to embrace, to feel an even deeper transmission of energy. And to take this into other areas of your own shadow. When I say shadow, parts that are not of love, parts that are not of gentleness, parts that may still hold judgment or criticism or demands or impatience. And we open a higher mind to receive the blessings of Kuan Yin. Dearest child of love, beauty and gentleness, welcome to the garden of your heart. So many beautiful flowers live here. Each one part of you. Each one journey your life. Each color mean new choice. Each time admire and water will grow. What you come here for, forgive. What you hide, you can plant in garden now. We put new seed. We make new one. Very pretty, see? You come sit here with me. We be still. We be silent. We just be here. What you come here for? You have something you want to say here? Is there something you want to put here in the garden? I remind you. What happened 2 weeks? You remember. You not trust yourself? You forget to listen. Need more time silent. Need more time rest. We sit here. Titala, shale no ula, tia, tiana, hikia, shritia. Sinna, shenna, tiana, ishina, ikia, tikiata, ushani, letai. Uiani, kutia, shahi. Uli, shahai, tu, usinahin. Iki shahiti lahita mayo akara kiatina asaye ikatahina ole shahi ola iya ona hi. We make funny songs, sometimes good to laugh, have fun, be young again. We have this week one thing to ask you. You may find someone come to you with problem, or you may have problem you help someone with. You may think, I don't want to do this. You will remember this moment. Opportunity to be of compassion. More compassion. You will now feel different. Feel different compassion. Even though may be inconvenient. And as compassion comes, your heart grows very, very big. And you will have a big smile. Thank you. So as Kuan, we give deepest gratitude for her presence and her love, her joy, her lightness, her compassion. And to translate what she just said, this week you will have opportunity to exercise your compassion. And as you do, my friends, you will change the outcome of the situation, not only for yourselves, but those around you. Remember, out of no way, a way will be found. Because the answers and the solutions to the problems that you encounter will not be resolved in the stress and the pressure of the mind. This is often where humans go to resolve problems and make choices, and sometimes that's all right. But there is a lot more magic and opportunities that reside in the realms of the compassionate heart. So if you can take some time to drop into that before you take action inside out. What is it I need to do? What is the outcome I would like to experience? How is this going to feel? Not how do I make that happen? And then surrender. Invite Kuan Yin to guide you. Call upon me if you wish to do so. We will come and we will be with you. So we slowly make our way, giving deepest gratitude from the Temple of Compassion. And we take a moment to find an area in the garden, flowers, colors. Have a look around you and see what colors you see, what flowers you see, which ones you're drawn to. Maybe a group of them, maybe just one. And invite you to come and lie next to the flower and tune into the consciousness of this flower. Not just the fragrance and the smell, but the frequency, the energy, the vibration. And allow it to speak to you, my friends. And allow your body to receive some healing. The minerals and the vitamins that your body needs. And some guidance in what your body needs. Allow yourself to receive. There's something that your soul wishes you to see. There's something your soul wishes you to know. Trust what you see. Trust what you feel. And now, my beloveds, if there's anything that's worrying you or troubling you, anything you need a resolution on or some help on, invite you to ask now. And let go. Ask it once what the problem is, what you're worried about, what help you think you need. And surrender it over. And in the distance, you can still hear the beautiful Kuan Yin with her song, soothing you with her gentle love. And in this, my beloved ones, trusting that all is well. Invite all of you, keep your eyes closed, take a deep breath, put your left hand on your heart, just to say this to yourselves. Love is what created me, and love is what I am. I release any thoughts or emotions that hold me from this truth. I am moving into an expanded place of compassion, truth, and wisdom. Take a deep breath. There is nothing I cannot do. There is nothing I cannot be. There is nothing I cannot have. Thank you for all of the blessings I have received. I am humbled by the love of the divine. Everything I know will be shown to me. Everything I need will be shown to me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Taking a few deep breaths, beloved ones. Take your time. It's important you don't open your eyes just yet. Just let your light body slowly get up from the garden. Admire the beauty around you. In your inner world. Allow grace to move through you. Allow peace to move through you. Allow truth to move through you. And gently and slowly make your way towards the old wooden door through the garden. And see your light body coming in and entering the room where you are now. Seeing you sitting peacefully in meditation or lying down if you are. Bringing with it gentleness, grace, and compassion as this gentle frequency of light sweeps around and through you, entering through your chakras of your heart, up into the third eye, expanding out through the crown center, down through the solar plexus and the belly, down the legs to the feet, just feeling your feet on the earth, feeling your hands. Take 3 very slow, deep, cleansing, healing breaths. Ready, rubbing your hands together over your eyes. Slowly bring yourselves back. Take a little drink of water. So my friends, it's been a great pleasure to share this evening with you all and with a beautiful, gentle goddess of Kuan Yin, and for allowing me to be with you in this capacity. I wish you all a beautiful evening. For those of you who wish to join again, before you go to your beds, you can give permission. If you would like to carry on back in the garden, where we can all come together and share some of our experiences, and you can ask some questions, and Kuan Yin may come and sing to you again and skip around and bring you flowers and allow you to feel that playful gentleness of your heart, as well as that deep, profound wisdom of your soul. These times are not for the faint of heart, my beloved ones. You prepared for that. You are the volunteers that came to support those that are to come. So I thank each and every one of you for your courage and your commitment. I send my love and blessings to you, your families, your beloved animals, children, and beloved ones. May you have a beautiful, deep, healing, peaceful, and restful day, night, wherever you are. And I look forward to greeting you from the heart center of the world the next time we come together, where it will be the summer solstice there and the winter solstice here. So I stretch between the worlds, and so will you, my friends. Ikina shahele kula tubushta maekala yana yakhala. My love to you, my friends.